Sinking driveway, settling patio, collapsing stoop, uneven pool deck. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call APS.
This is the morning edition of the daily weather briefing video. This is for Friday, the 16th of September. I'm James Spann. Around here, weather like this makes our job pretty simple. We see no rain this weekend, no rain next week. Heat levels coming up. We're going to see 90s next week. We all know it can be hot in September around here, and the tropics are fairly active with one tropical storm. But again, it certainly could be a lot worse this time of the year. So here we go, model fans and weather fans. This is the upper air look across the country this morning. The flow pattern about 5,000 feet off the ground. And again, we've got ridging building here. And accordingly, there's absolutely nothing on radar to start the day. And the radar is going to look just like that for a while. Temperatures still got a few spots in the upper 50s on the eastern side of the state. That's not bad. We see 57 for places like Aniana and Gadsden, 59 for Pell City and Talladega. Most places are in the 60s this morning. We're expecting highs in the mid to upper 80s today. And look at this. Around the nation, it's so quiet. Again, we've got that one little flash flood watch up in the Arrowhead of Minnesota, and that's it. We could see some severe storms today out across the heartland, parts of Nebraska, some of the adjacent states. Pretty much the same area tomorrow, and then day 3 Sunday, a risk of severe storms in the broad zone from Kansas City up to near Milwaukee and Chicago. So here's the rain for the next 7 days, and I promise we're showing you new maps. They just look the same. Nothing for Alabama for the next 7 days. This valid through Friday morning of next week. So we can focus on the tropics. There's a look at the current situation. We have Fiona, the tropical storm that's east of the Leeward Islands, and that little wave trailing it, no concerns there. If anything forms, and there's only a low chance there, that's going to be moving north out across the open Atlantic. So Fiona is not especially healthy. It's got westerly winds aloft. It's being sheared. And the circulation center is displaced from the convection. And typically when that's the case, they don't intensify. And this one is not expected to become a hurricane. Check the latest track coming from the National Hurricane Center. And you can see this comes out as a tropical storm south of Puerto Rico over the weekend, then turning across the eastern part of Hispaniola early next week. And that island could tear this thing up. But if it survives, it will likely begin to turn to the north. And again, we're seeing that in all the guidance. This is the ATCF set. Check the GFS ensemble. And there's a couple of outliers that, bring it to the Gulf, but you throw those out. You look for the mean. And this is the European, the probabilistic outlook of tropical depression formation. Again, you can see the recurving clearly there. So this is not expected to be a Gulf system. Here's the intensity guidance. And you got a couple of members that try and bring it up to hurricane strength. Most don't. But as always, we'll keep an eye on this. But a pretty good chance this one stays east of the contiguous United States. So model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 06E run valid today at 4. Ridging aloft, dry air at the surface, a sunny day. Highs 86 to 89. Great weather for the high school football games tonight. No rain problems. Tomorrow for the college football games, awfully warm. In fact, if you're sitting in the sun for these games, and most all the home games start about 2:30, 3 o'clock, it'll be pretty hot. Temperature should be in the upper 80s during the day, but the sky will be sunny. And Sunday, same thing, upper 80s. And all of next week, we're still dry. I promise we're showing you different maps. They just look the same. And with ridging aloft beginning to build, heat levels build. We're going to see some mid-90s in here by the middle part of next week. Let's go out a week from today, Friday the 23rd, got a 591 upper high just a little north of here. And again, same old situation. We're just dry. And the highs Friday of next week, probably low 90s. Let's go out 10 days. This is Sunday, September 25th. We've got troughing over the east, and that'll kind of beat down the ridge a little bit, and that might bring a front and a few showers at that point. And again, notice over my head here, that would be Fiona right there, off in the Atlantic, well east of the Outer Banks, recurving out to sea. Again, this is deterministic data in 10 days. You don't do it this way, but the ensembles do support that. So here's the rain for Birmingham off the European ensemble. Interesting to note, there's a really big spread out there toward the 1st of October and the end of September. In fact, some of the members go crazy with 8 inches. And typically when you see that, there's one member that wants to put down some type of a tropical system here. But the mean is what you look for. And the mean is under 1 inch between now and the 1st of October. Check the heat levels here coming off the National Blend of Models. Yeah, look at those mid-90s in here by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. Yep. That can happen this time of the year, and then the numbers begin to come down by that following Monday. And the latest 8 to 14-day guidance in the House, this is for September 23rd through the 29th. With ridging in place, temperatures will likely stay above average. On this date, September 16th, 2004, that was the situation. That was Hurricane Ivan, an upper end Category 3 coming right up on the Alabama Gulf Coast. And for those that lived through that, that was a tough one, a very, very rough ride for the Alabama Gulf Coast, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, and across the Florida Panhandle. And again, this is some of the damage caused by Ivan. Just a horrible, horrible storm. Of course, it moved up through the state, producing a lot of wind and rain and flooding. That was all that's left of the pier down at Gulf Shores. That's the Pink Pony Pub. A little pink building survived, but barely. And again, that's a photograph I'll never forget. That's looking down Alabama 59, Gulf Shores Parkway, not too far from Waterville. And the little lagoon was basically over the highway, and that's Christopher Sine reporting for us. Of course, Christopher tragically died last year. But Christopher and Bill Castle, they were basically stranded on the beach during the landfall of Ivan. And we weren't able to communicate with them, and we didn't know their condition or their welfare. And they did survive, but they had an incredible story to tell. But we were so glad to see those guys when they finally got back over to our live shot point. But it was a rough ride, and just a reminder that here in mid-September, this is what we often have, these horrific hurricanes like this. And again, this is an upper-end Category 3 at the time it made landfall, much the size of Katrina when it came in. It was an upper-end Category 3. That's an interesting shot to me. That's what it used to look like there at the intersection of 182 Beach Boulevard and Gulf Shores Parkway, Alabama 59, right there where the hangout is now. And, of course, everything there at the time was just pretty much torn up. And did you see the deal yesterday down at Disney World? Is that thing a funnel cloud or scud? That's the debate, and really it's kind of hard to tell from that video. It might be either. It was clearly not a tornado. It was not down. There was no damage at Disney World, but you never know what you're going to see. Some people thought it was probably part of the show or something down there, but again, that was about 4:30 yesterday. All right, that's going to wrap it up here. I got a busy day today. Got Deer Valley and Hoover, an elementary school. Then we've got Westminster School at Oak Mountain, going to Oxford High School today for Friday Night Rivals. I'll be live on ABC 3340 and Blitz Game Day for that. And then tomorrow, a book signing in Tuscaloosa, Just Love Coffee Cafe, University Boulevard, downtown, 9:30 to 12:30. Come see us. We have a lot of fun at those. And then after that, I'll be over at the Alabama football game. They'll be hosting Louisiana Monroe. Weather support is going to be easy tomorrow for that one. So if you can, check out the notes over on the blog. That is AlabamaWX.com. And again, because of the travel schedule and the Friday Night Rivals live shots, we will not have an afternoon video today. And that'll be the case through the end of October. We'll go back to the two-a-days on Friday in November. But again, notes on the blog, AlabamaWX.com. And if you can, watch us this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.
Sinking driveway? Call Alabama Professional Services. Settling patio? Call APS. Uneven pool deck? Call APS. Collapsing stoop? Call APS. Cracking sidewalk? That's right, call APS. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call APS. Call Alabama Professional Services today.